Two times.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. We try to time that as best as we can. Good evening, everyone. Thank y'all for watching GDL 21 about financial literacy and livable wages, debating Arthur Parker and Dr. Mutor Flood. My name is Ebony Johnson, alongside Bruce Strobel and Professor AJ Lowe. We are the three commissioners that held it down tonight while our fourth commissioner, Dr. Mutor Flood, debated. Um, Dr. Strobel, you did the moderating.
Yeah.
You also did, I believe, you did the negotiations for this one as well.
Yep.
How it was interesting as they started talking, and in particular, Mr. Parker. I felt that he felt even more constrained once he started debating live with the parameters and the definitions that they agreed to in pre-debate negotiations.
We've seen that happen a lot in our last couple of debates. Um, I think, in negotiations, I'm going to start pushing emphasis more like, hey, I want you to understand these are the terms you're agreeing to debate to. Because that's what makes a debate. And people get in those terms and then they start losing. And they're like, wait a minute, I want to change the terms. It's like, that's not how it works. You stuck. So he may have lost his debate in the negotiations.
And unfortunately, I think Utor kind of capitalized on that. And I will say this: I will attribute a lot of the debate performance. I chalk it up to Arthur's debate performance to first time jitters. I think that needs to be said. First time jitters pretty
Yeah,
much.
and I will share with the audience. We did talk a little bit after the debate, and Arthur Parker did say he had all these things written down on his notes, and he didn't say any of them. And that, once the go live, you're live, and and in the discussion, and also to Dr. Flood's credit, I mean, Dr. Flood was very relaxed and confident with his information. He talked about different studies and data and facts, and pressed Arthur to bring his facts out, and highlighted where Arthur didn't have facts to support some of his statements. So that's also a credit to Dr. Flood's performance tonight.
Yeah, I think people have to understand facts are weapons. They are tools to be used in a debate to get the job done. And it's going to be when we talk about persuasiveness, you have to deliver them and get people to say, look, I'm not just talking here. This is backed by something. And you have to call your opponent out. And I think Arthur, he made a lot of first time mistakes, man. Just that I felt for him at times, because he got out there. He's like, oh, this is my first time. I don't know what I'm doing. And I could tell he had his notes prepared, but he threw his notes to the side and he just tried to get it off his chest. And then it wasn't there. But ultimately, I do want to say for a first time performer, he did as good as I expected. It's rare that we get first time performers to come out here, first debate ever, and shine. So I was proud of his performance. It's a lot of things we could use as teachable moments to say. First, you never want to say this. You never want to admit that you lost in the debate or you lost. So
You never want to concede.
yeah.
Ever. Ever.
At least that's our school of thought. Some people feel if you're losing, you concede, and that's the way you show respect.
Well, conceding itself is a form of defeat in this arena. To concede is to, or to say, well, I wasn't prepared, or my opponent has all the facts. That is that's pretty much setting yourself up for an L. But again, this is first time, so he didn't really know that.
I want
I
to
will
speak.
say this about. I'm sorry, Ebony. I'll say this about Dr. Flood. That was textbook. that was pretty good. That was a pretty good debate performance. His performance was a clinic. He ran a clinic this evening.
I'm glad you brought up Dr. Flood, because something that I wanted to highlight is a distinction that I saw from a previous performance of his, where one of his opponents made a comment about him being too professorial. And tonight I felt that he mixed it up even better than I've seen him do in previous debates, where he brought his facts and some of his teaching, but he also gave a little bit of humor. and he had a different type of vibe to him tonight. And so I do want, I do credit him for, for mixing up his flow other, than he did in previous debate. I actually enjoyed some of the humor that he had tonight. Dr. Strobel, you're on mute.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Bruce.
One area I could critique Dr. Flood, if there was anything, is when Arthur called him on a potential. He didn't go as far as to call the official fact check, but he did call into question the veracity of some of Dr. Flood's evidence, and Dr. Flood didn't have it ready. And I thought that's a kill shot when someone says, "Hey, where are you getting this from?" And then you're like, actually, it came from this, and it came. So Dr. Flood could have came in for a KO punch right there, but maybe he took it easy on the young man. I'm not sure, but that was something I thought he could have definitely delivered on. But yeah,
I don't think that was necessary. I don't think that was necessary. Like I said, I look forward to seeing Arthur again. And I say that about a lot of the debaters, but I definitely mean that because you could tell that he was passionate about what he was saying. He just didn't have the facts on his side for this one. So I think with a better selection of a debate topic, he might have gone out there and shock us all.
Just a comment from Dr. Flood. He said he specifically changed his style due to his last debate performance. So there you go.
There you go.
What about the lightning round? What about, did anything stand out in particular for the two of you with the either closing statements, opening statements, lightning round Q&A, that just stood out perhaps in particular?
Yeah, for me, the question and answer was, that was not the question and answer, the opening statement. I felt like Arthur kind of shortchanged himself because he only used like 30 seconds out of 2 minutes or 3 minutes, which means
in the closing statement, right? In the closing statement, I think he just kind of, I don't know if he felt fatigue or he felt he lost or felt defeated or whatever, but he really barely said anything in the closing statement.
Well, his opening statement was very short as well, which I thought was very interesting because he didn't use the time in either one, which I think, again, would be considered like a rookie mistake, primarily because, once you get into this ring once and you understand how very important, how essential a rehearsed opening debate is, or opening statement, like that pretty much dictates how you're going to do for the rest of the debate. He wasn't really prepared for that, which it kind of showed. And then he struggled at the end because I think out of the 3 minutes, he only used literally 30 seconds at the end, which he made a little rookie mistake by conceding. He pretty much conceded the entire debate to his opponent at the very end. So again, I'll just chalk all that up to first time jitters. I don't think he's going to be making that mistake again. And I tip my hat to Dr. Flood. That was a clinic, sir.
All right, Bruce, bring up the scorecard, please.
Yeah.
Scorecard responses.
I sure will. Just when thinking about that lightning run, I thought that's where Arthur did the best in the debate because he didn't perform well in his opening statement. It was short. His closing statement, he shorted it. But in the lightning round, he did get his challenges off. He was trying to use some rebuttals. They weren't all effective, but he was engaging. And I think that's where the bright spot for him was tonight. Dr. Flood, however, being experienced and after being in there with some tough debaters, he was pretty much savvy and poised and didn't fall into any traps in that time period. So here, so far, with the first couple of votes that have come in, so far we have a unanimous decision for the negative, Dr. Flood. Let's see. He's getting some nice scores. Let's see. He got two people gave him perfect scores. 115 and an 18, 218. So really high scores. Let's see. Arthur scoring a 7. That's pretty low. A 5. Wow. These are some really low scores, but again, first time. All right. So let's see, defense and rebuttals. Yeah, you can see red is Dr. Flood, blue Arthur. Most of his are scoring between a 1 and a 2. Most of Dr. Flood is scoring in a 3 or a 4.
All right. If any of y'all still are holding your scorecards, please submit them so that we can add. We'll just be on here for a few moments longer to make sure that we get all the scorecards in. We appreciate all of y'all for watching and participating with us, and giving this feedback for our debaters definitely helps as well. Even as you see, Dr. Flood said that he purposely changed, his style due to his last performance, and he has watched debates and he's performed on this stage at least 3 times, I know by now, or more, and he's still changing up his style. He said that he conceded the debate in the beginning as well.
Yeah, in the opening
Speaking about Arthur Parker, yeah.
Yeah, he did at the opening statement as well, which, like I said, it's his first time. So I don't see this happening. Like, I don't see him performing in the exact same way again. And again, this goes to anybody that is thinking about debating. We actually have people like myself that will help first-time debaters, so they might be able to avoid situations like this.
Yep.
Right?
Sometimes it's just difficult to account for nerves and when you go live on stage with anything. And because like I said, I told the audience when we were talking after the debate, he showed us his notebook and said, I had all this stuff written down and didn't say any of it. So
I've been there.
it is that way sometimes.
Over preparation is a thing. People over prepare, and then they have so much information that they're like, all right, well, how do I share it? And the next thing you know, the time is up, and you're like, I didn't get to any of my information. I didn't get to any of my statistics, which again is the reason why a well-rehearsed opening statement, you can drop all of your statistics and then just play off of that for the rest of the debate. You can just defer back to your opening statement.
So I'm gonna check the scorecard for updates, y'all. Let's see if not, I think we could declare our winner.
That was a good debate. It was live. It was lit tonight. And I also enjoyed some of Dr. Flood's humor. I thought Dr. Shelley's statement was funny.
We have a unanimous decision at 100% victory for Dr. Flood.
Congratulations, sir.
All right.
Congratulations, Dr. Flood. 6-0. Is that correct, Bruce? I believe it was 6 in there, 6-0. So congratulations, Dr. Mutor Flood, winning GDL21 financial literacy versus livable wage. We appreciate both of our debaters, Arthur Flood and Dr. Arthur Flood, Arthur Parker and Dr. Mutor Flood for debating tonight. We appreciate our audience again for watching, our sponsor, Citizens for a Sustainable Future, for being our sponsor. And we invite you to join us again. We have some other debates in the works, not an official announcement to make just quite yet. We're finalizing the date on our next debate, but we are anticipating that it will be in the next couple of weeks here. We invite you again, as always, to join the league and sign up for debate. We do pre-debate negotiations. Okay. Arthur is saying that he wants a rematch. There's some people in the group, our Facebook group, that will probably rematch you as well.
Some of our finance experts in the group, they definitely want to shout at Dr. Flood. We can run this topic again, so we'll look into that and see where it fits in the schedule. Arthur, we might bring you back on a different topic, sir.
There were several people who were financial literacy advisors that had tuned in and that were trying to participate. So we got people that we want to participate in this one.
And we want to make sure that the audience, if you are an expert in the field, please ask questions during our Q&A round. That's what helps the richness of the debate too, especially if you have some expertise in the subject that we're speaking on. So again, we will make an announcement about our next debate, which will be coming up here soon in the next couple of weeks, and we will confirm that with you all. Thank you so much for participating and watching and listening. We appreciate the support. Sign up on our Facebook, reach out to us there, or YouTube or Instagram. Go to thegreatdebateleague.com. You can email us at thegreatdebateleague@gmail.com and sign up to participate to debate. We appreciate you all. Have a beautiful evening.
Peace, everybody.